Welcome to Indie Insights. My name is Highsight, and this is the Most Poser Heroes.
So this whole game, the idea behind this game, is to create animations of your characters by tweening them through frames in order to have them achieve certain goals. A very interesting take on a physics game, to be sure. I've never seen something like that before. So let's dive right in and check out what's here so far. Alright, so it looks like this is like a world overview map, I suppose. This must be level 1 in the helicopter. Let's see how it goes. Click to continue. So it looks like we got a whole comic effect going on right here. Rusty Nest, this is Mama Goose. We are approaching the drop zone. Over. Roger that, Mama Goose. Go into the night mode and proceed to drop the gooseling. Did you hear that, newbie? Huh? Night mode. Turn it on. That green button right above your head. Push it. Alright, this is your movie. We have a whole tutorial here. Press play. Alright, so anyone who's ever done animation is familiar with the concept of timelines and keyframes right here. Nothing is happening right now because your movie is empty. Add poses to the movie, and your hero will strike them. Add a new pose. So we're going to add a new pose right here, I guess. Alright, so we press the add button right there. There we go. And change the new pose to something you like. So we can just move his arm right here to whatever we want, which in this case is to hit the button. It said something about an unreliable frame, but I think we're good. Press play to view the results. And now, through the power of keyframes and animation, what should happen now is he should tween his arm up from start to finish. Oh, nope, totally missed. So apparently that didn't quite happen. Add as many poses as you need for the current mission. The current mission will be checked by hitting the briefing. Alright, so that didn't work, so what I'm going to have to do is move him a little bit right there. And maybe move his arm a little bit. Get the... Alright, is that going to work, you think? It says for a second unreliable frame right there, so I think what I need to do is I need to bend his... Oh, not like that. I need to bend his arm right here a little bit, so it doesn't whack that accidentally. And maybe like this? I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. Oh, it kind of tapped it, but just missed. So I'm not going to go through that button. It looks like it really has to be hit from beneath. So let's try this. What we're going to do is we're going to initialize the first pose like, let's say like this. No, that. I can't really bend his arm the way I'd like to. And I'm not sure what unreliable frame means. I wish that were a little better conveyed. Let's try moving that all together again. Alright, there we go. Something like that. Alright, so that'll be one frame, and then we'll set another frame here, which would be him extending his arm upwards. And I think that'll work. Let's see. Boom! There we go. Scene completed. Next scene has been unblocked. Save solution. You can actually save your solutions. Highsight solution. Whatever. Solution. Next scene. Next scene. Fist pump for the win. Alright, we're on the copter again. Good. Now, do you see those doors on the floor? Yeah. I need you to open them. Isn't that dangerous? Yes, that's exactly the point. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to be hitting that guy right there. Let's get a pose right there. And I have control over his leg now, so I'm guessing I'm going to want to kind of get his leg all situated correctly. Can I? There we go. Something like that. Cool. And then we'll do another frame of him. Bam! Slam that mother down. Oh, dang, I kind of lost all the posing on that, but let's see if that works. Bam! Oh, now I need to hit that blue button, it looks like, afterwards. Cool. And look at that, everything kind of tweens with it, so I can work around that pretty easily. Let's get that lined up. Now, from what I'm seeing right here, this game would definitely serve itself well as a sandbox game that would allow players to make their own objectives and have people submit those, you know, and then you try to figure that out. Alright, now that that should be open, I can make one more frame that should flick this up. Alright, let's see how that goes. Alright, scene completed. Next scene has been unblocked. Flick it. Stick it. Boom. Next scene. Really liking this idea. This is a really creative idea, especially for anyone who's ever done animation such as myself. I really like the idea of combining physics puzzles with animation. And I think it's only going to get even more in-depth in a second. All right, Gosling, here we are. This is Big Bad Guy's place. You know the plan? Boop. It's your time to fly. Get down here, there and make a mess. Listen, newbie. I know you're nervous, but don't be. If anything goes wrong, we can do this as many times as we need. Seriously, we can? Totally. Well, we can, as in the organization and I. Not you. You will probably die one day. Oh. Oh. No. Don't take it like that. That was, what I meant was, there are more like you where you came from, okay? So, relax. Now get off my chopper. I'm liking the dialogue. Dialogue's very enjoyable. I just suck at delivering it. Alright, to push away, to move, push away in the opposite direction. If you want to go that way, push against that way. No problem, I think. We'll see how this goes. Alright, let's make a new, oh, wrong button. Let's make a new frame here. So we need to just kind of blast off here. Maybe we kind of just set them up and then give them a big push simultaneously, right? So for the first frame, this is mostly setting up for me, I feel like. Let's, oh, hey, looks like that'll just work. Really? Will that just work? Yep, that'll work. Very nice. Next scene. That was pro if I ever saw it. See, that's why I'm going to love this game. Just because you can come up with crazy animations, it's kind of going to be awesome as hell. Accidental victories. Okay, Mama Goose, I'm on my way. Are we sure about Big Bad Guy's hideout? Affirmative, Gosling. We've triangulated it based on his Tinder profile. Ooh, that horny poor guy. Find the fire escape ladders. They will take you to the main roof. Great. One more question. How do I slow down my fall? Mama Goose, you suck. Oh, okay. Use WASD to move around. So now we're getting bigger scenes, it looks like. For longer movies, use the scroller. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff to do right here. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to fall to my death if I'm not careful. But what's the actual objective here? Looks like it's to make it down this funnel, so... Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a pose here. So when I land, I'm going to do like a sweet handspring. It's going to lead into... Look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm going for right there. Something like that. Yeah, kind of badass. Not too shabby. Let's see if I can just... I think that'll work. Let's see how that looks. Totally what I was going for. Alright, now when I'm at this state, I want to kind of get into more of a tuck and roll position. So what I'll do is kind of curl myself into a ball. Something like this. Yeah, this might be what I'm looking for. Total ball mode right here. Oh shit, that's too much. That's too much ball. Looks like I need to hit something somewhere. Alright, then once we get here, I guess. Alright, that'll get us somewhere. Ugh, okay, the problem is right there. I get stuck with that leg right there. That needs to be fixed. Nope. That was a horrible idea. This is not going as planned. That's going as planned. Alright, so then I get around somewhere-ish. There we go, here-ish. Now I'm in my tuck and roll pose. So I can probably... whoosh. And I do like that this game is unbelievably okay with you taking as many tries as you need to get things right. I'm cool with that. There we go. Look at that. And I love those preview frames. They work so beautifully. So let's see how this plays out. Whoops. Okay, that can probably be done better. Alright, so right about there. I'm going to have to go more into ball mode. I don't have a lot more frames, do I? How much further do I have to go? A little while. I gotta get down that ladder. I don't know if I'll have enough frames like this. Maybe I can tuck and roll a little earlier. Maybe that'll help. Boom. So, tuck and roll. Oh, this was a bad idea. I'm just a big old pretzel now. Just a big old pretzel. More like that. More like that. No, I'm just completely jamming myself up. I'm just jammed up right here. Let's just get my legs back to where they were, I think. Okay, okay. So we get about here-ish, and this is where we need to start changing things up. There we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So close. All right, let's keep it moving. What I like is you can actually see the pose that you're currently striking on the frames. That's pretty neat. And then I just need a good push-off. A good... Boom. Oh, so close. That is a horrible push-off. Now, it's a little tricky to manipulate the arm, or the wrist rather, compared to the arm. You have to use these sliders. I kind of wish that weren't the case, but it does work. Alright, let's try this. Let's actually try looking like a human being for a second, and then moving forward on that. That won't work, will it? See, oh, there it is. That'll work. Alright, let's try it. I want to see it from start, though. When I press the play button, I would love to see it from the absolute start. Actually, I just realized from an animation standpoint, usually when I want things to play, I'll press spacebar. It'd be cool if spacebar were binded to playing, you know? Effort! Scene completed, like a pro. Pretzel sight. Ah, good times. I'm gonna name it that. Pretzel sight. Next scene. I'm starting to believe that knocking on the front door wasn't such a bad thing after all. Bad idea after all. To jump, you need two poses. Crouch, then extend. Put them close together for faster transition movements. Okay, so now they're telling me about being able to actually move these things. That's handy. Alright, so how's this going to play out? How am I going to come in from here? Kind of an impact there. Alright, let's make sure I'm crouched. And let's move it. From here, I'll do the extend. Whoosh. Get my head all forward tilting and everything. Ha! That's a failure. Let's see how that actually plays out. Whoosh. Horrible extension. Let's see. I want to move this guy. Let me test something out with the way the crouching works. Oh, hey. That's neat. All right, let's build off that. I like that idea. All right, let's move him over. And let's see if we can maybe do a flipty flip. A flipty floop. Let's move the camera up. Can't move the camera up anymore, so I can't really pose high enough. I can't really contort my body much, I don't think. It's really just my limbs I'm allowed to move. There we go. That looks like that works. Let's see how this plays out. Unfortunately, I can't really follow him as... Oh, wait, is this the whole screen? Oh, I guess that's it. Scene unlocked. Pro jump. And actually, what I want to do is I want to see how he did it, because it looks like he has his own solution right here. Solution 0. So let's see how Solution 0 plays out. And jump. Jump. Whoa, look at that pro right there. But mine was cooler, so, you know, take that. Alright, what's your current status, Tiny Bird? I have landed, Pink Flamingo. Good. Keep moving east. Meanwhile, I'll look for an entrance to this evil facility of evilness. Roger, roger. So, I will say, I feel like this structure works out very nicely in the sense that it can allow you to learn the ropes. But I think this game would do better as a sandbox game. Now, I'm not saying get rid of all this. I'm saying keep all this and use it as a way to teach the mechanics. And then allow people to make their own puzzles around this that can be submitted and played by other people, as well as have your own challenge puzzles that go with this, you know? Alright, so let's try to jump off there. And that doesn't work at all. You're going to need to move as well. Kind of a lift off, right? Oh, so close to what I'm going for, actually. Let's, Oh, it's so close. Alright, we can probably move on from there, actually. Once he gets here, I just need him to kind of kick a bit. A little kick flip. I need him to kind of move his head a little, so he'll tilt downwards so I can... Oh, come on. You're totally top heavy here, buddy. Look at that. Is that how physics work? Hang on. So I would think all of his limbs being in... Oh, he's not really moving. Okay, that explains it. Let's try that again. I'm totally not an animator, if you hadn't noticed yet. Yeah, that's not going to work. Can I delete frames? Yes, I can. Thank goodness. Let's try a jump. Well, a better jump. Or maybe I can cartwheel this. I don't know. The problem is I can't really move his body. That's the tricky part, is I can't move his core. That's where all the physics comes in. There it is! That's what I'm looking for now. I should be able to, right about here, knock this baby up. And let's see that play out. Knock? Nope. My fist didn't move up. Weird. Will that work? Let's see. So I just wanted to kind of knock it up. But then I kind of do that full-on head flip, which wasn't really accounted for. So what I really need to do here is, like, move my legs out of the way so I can do that. Or maybe... Crap, is there an undo button? There's no undo button. There is a zoom out button, though. I just learned that. So that's not going to work, is it? Nope, I just completely ruined everything with that. Let's X out of that, actually. Alright, so right about here-ish, what I'm going to want to do is set the keyframe there and then maybe add another pose to accompany it, where I do the up flip. Oh, so close. That was kind of what I needed, actually. Let's try it with more force there. More force. Yeah! Oh, kind of. Kind of, just a little too much force. Alright, you. Well, what's weird is it's not really remembering... It's not remembering my poses all that well, is it? That could just be part of the alphaness. It might be a little buggy right now, remembering things properly. I don't know. And then I need to get him in while it's open. So I need to kind of push off with my hands, I think, for that. So let's push. Let's get some spring going here. Actually, you know, it would make more sense if I get the spring ready here. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Things are not going as planned. Fortunately, I have all the tries I need. Hooray! Let's just see how this plays out. Nope! Not great. Can I just spring with my head, maybe? Yikes. Oh my goodness. This game needs more dongle. What is this? Mount your friends? I'm going to remove this frame. I don't know what got into me there. And let's watch it and see if we can pinpoint a good place to... Oh, there we go. Well, this seems like a relatively good time to start springing into action, literally. Problem is, it's like once you get on your head, it's a little tricky not to get on your head anymore. Not to be on your head anymore, I should say. Alright, let's get the feet ready. And then... Okay, and then I should be able to maybe, from here, get my arms up and get my feet jumpy-ish. That's a back jump. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to angle him that way. I think it's just because the way my body is currently aiming, that's just not an option for me. I guess being able to stand up would be a good start, wouldn't it? My legs look very broken right now. Poor guy. Poor guy. He's just trying to get into a building. Just get up. Your head is so heavy. I think that's part of the big issue here, is his head just seems so gargantuanly heavy. Alright, what I'm going to need to do is be a little more professional here. No cartwheels. I'm going to need to redesign all this and get him walking. Like, you know, probably how I should have been doing it from the start. It's just so weird because I can't move his, like, actual core. That makes it so tricky to do animations. I did not want to do that. Let's see. So, where's the failure occurring here? It's because this... No, you know what? Doesn't help that the arms are the way they are, does it? Let's pose these up a little bit more. Wow, that looks... I'm sorry, buddy. My B. That's on me. Oh, okay, okay. Ta-na-na! Close enough. Alright, so we add that pose in. And then we... This is so engrossing, to say the least. This definitely plays well as a tool, I must say. But what I need him to do is stand up like a human being, but I can't move his body to tell him to stand up. And that is so frustrating. It's so unbelievably frustrating because I need to somehow pose him so he'll do that. But I just can't get him to stand. And if I do that, he's just going to jump and flop all over the place, see? So that's tough. I feel like this is where the game is going to get really, really tricky, or the tool, or whatever you want to call it, because it really becomes a problem of if I can't move his body, if I can't get him into a standing position, how am I going to do a lot of the things I need, like a lot of the basic things I need to be able to do? See, now if I were to try to... A normal person would, at this point, usually move their torso upwards by pushing down with their feet, but if I push down with my feet right now, what ends up happening is he kind of does a weird jump thing, you know? Like, this would be trying to straighten him out. And then, look, I'm like flopping all over the place. That's just not viable. Unless I, like, really work with it. So maybe I add a second pose to kind of compensate for the fact that he is being super silly. Maybe that's all I need to do, is just get a second pose in there. In the right way. Nope, that didn't help at all. You need like that. Nope, you're still gonna fall. This is really where it gets very, very tricky. It's because all the keyframes in front. Yeah, no, I guess that's a good point. Let me try deleting all these. I didn't think that would really have an impact because you see, he's still acting real goofy. But let's see. What kind of pose is that? I don't even know. I really think this could be solved a lot better just by being able to move his torso. But I get that would make it a little easier, I guess would be the term. To a degree, I guess. Let's see, let's get this foot in front of that one. That's like praying mantis style, AT. You know what, that actually might work, because that's going to put his fist in a position where I can... Oh, shoot. I'm determined now. I want to beat this. Punch it up. A little higher than that, maybe. Ah, but no, now he just falls over. See, it's like in one instance I'll have him punching, but then in another he'll just not be punching. I don't know what's up with that. It's weird how hard it is to keep these guys standing. That's kind of a walk, like an Imperial Walker walk, but a walk nonetheless. Alright, let's move you forward. How do I get his torso not like that? His torso is too weird. I can't work like this. I'm no animation pro. I never claimed to be, but I'm pretty sure torso manipulation is very vital for a lot of things. Alright, well here's what I want to do. I want to save this. Highsight. And what I want to do is I want to see what his solution to this was. Because I know it's possible, but I want to see... Look at that. Look at that. That's some pro animation right there. Kind of. Almost. A little bit. What? Okay, so even he had a lot of trouble getting this working right. It's hilarious, don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh my god, I just want it to work. I'm sure even when he was making this... Look, he didn't even finish it. He doesn't even have a proper solution for this. Look at this! Well, now I feel a little better. You know, I'm going to work off what he got. Alright, so right here, you're in this state, right? And you gotta find a pose at the right time, which it seems like might be right here, to kind of pull you down into it, right? But because I can't manipulate his torso's just stuck there, kind of like a one of those, you know, those cranes that drink water constantly. All right, let me just delete all these. I'm ruining your quote-unquote solution. Your solution was a lie. A horrible, horrible lie. High-centered. Get rid of all this. It'd be really cool if there was a button where I could just kind of like delete all key poses after something. That would save me a lot of time. Because even if I weren't doing this, I'm sure I could find a situation where that would be applicable, to say the least. Okay. So we're right here, right? So let's actually get rid of that pose too. And right about here-ish is where it all goes to hell, because I kind of get slammed down and then he kind of gets stuck there. His torso is literally stuck there, and he's just kind of like a seesaw right now. So let's see if we can manipulate that a bit. If we can get a better jump going on here, that might be all it takes. It's a nice solid jump to get things moving in the right direction. Moving in the right direction. Alright. So here you are doing your jump. And maybe here is where I need a pose to dive right in, if you will. Oh, look at that. That's looking better. But it's still a question of the torso. It's always going to be the torso that determines it. I need to angle the torso just right. Otherwise, it's just going to get stuck there. So you know what? It's really the jump, I think, that needs a change. So he crouched down, and then he jumps mainly with his left leg. Only really with his left leg. So let's try to get some of the right leg in there, too. Let's change that crouch a bit. And it looks like I got a little hindered because of that. There we go. Look at that. That's a much better jump. So now we're in here. Cool, cool. And now that we're in here, we can start posing to get through this with relative dignity and grace. Okay, at the very least, dignity. Okay, very, very, very relative. Oh, it's looking promising. Okay, so now that we're here, we kind of need a push-off. So let's make another pose. Whee! And then the release. The release being wham! Wham! And keeping as straight as I can. Is there more? Yeah, there's still more. Nope, I am totally stuck. Crap. Ah, man. I really think that's really the one thing. It's just the torso. It's the fact that I have no control over the torso that makes this so hard. And I can kind of see that you do want some kind of an element to make it tricky, but at the same time, I would prefer to see this more as a tool than a game, from what I'm seeing right here. I think this does itself more of a service as a tool to create fun animations and such, because there's no real failure state for this game. Not that games need failure states. So it's really more a question of how can you best get this hero, if you will, into a position, there we go, where he will... Oh, wow, there's so much more to go. Where he will get the job done. Alright, so now I need to get kind of the arms up, head up, legs somewhere. Alright, you gonna fall through after that? Oh, whoa, 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 you did that way too early. Zoom that over. Oh, wow, that is not working. I'm just kind of clumping him up. Why can't I move his head? You know what it is? It's the tweens that's ruining everything. Like, I don't know how that's even possible. Because it's not. Okay, that's what it was. The frames were lying to me. There was no way he could have gotten in that position. But hey, I might be able to work with this. Maybe. I don't know yet. Again, bugs, alpha will be alpha, bugs will be bugs. That's fine. Bugs like the bunny. But a little less fun. Just contort yourself. I believe in you. Nope, there's no way. He can't get through that vent. Not like that. He's gotta move his torso a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna call it there, I think, because we're really close, I know, but I mean closer than the dev got, but at the same time, I don't know what my move is gonna be to get through this right here. In fact, how much more is it? Careful minions, locks for what? How? No, there's no way. Nope, we're calling it there. Oh my goodness, we're calling it there. The most poser heroes. In my opinion, the developer wanted to know whether he saw this game more as a tool or as a game, and whether or not the missions got in the way of the fun of it. I don't think necessarily the missions get in the way of the fun of it, but I do believe that the game serves a purpose. It serves the purpose of teaching you the basic mechanics. However, I think that unconnected challenges on the side, like if this entire game portion were the tutorial basically, and then you had a bunch of challenges that could be completed in 1, 2, and 3 stars, you know, like do it in a certain amount of poses, or do it in a certain amount of time, you know, a certain amount of frames rather. I think that's where this game would really shine, is with a 1, 2, 3 star system. That's going to be a huge thing. So think of it: 1 star for completion, 2 stars for doing it in a certain amount of keyframes, and 3 stars for doing it within a certain amount of frames. That, in my opinion, is where this game would shine. And if you can give players the ability to make their own levels for this game, so that they can submit them and have people try them themselves and apply the same concept of a certain amount of keyframe pars and a certain amount of frame pars, this would be an amazing community-driven game, I think, especially for people who are interested in animation. And I have a vague interest in animation myself. I could definitely see myself playing this a little bit, trying to complete those challenges and submitting how I did it. That'd be the important part, being able to save and show everybody how you did it. That'd be really cool. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the Most Poser Heroes, a very interesting alpha that I'm interested to see grow. Thank you very much for the submission.